Minasan Ohayo, welcome to another Toji no Miko video. Yeah, last video was a sneak peek on the website though, on the Toji no Miko website. And now we're gonna read something interesting. I found this on Tumblr though, and I copy pasted it, and then it's kind of interesting. I like to search more of these, and I don't know, dude, if I'm gonna read this fan fiction of Toji no Miko though. But this one is I Like You by Tsubaho no. This is a story I figured I should just get help to motivate myself to write more. Instead of Tsubaho no, it's supposed to be Kana Hyodo. I'm really curious at the other one. There's another one, dude, that I also copy paste. It's a Toji no Miko and Tokyo Ghoul crossover. Yes, the story follows Mai-chan, or Yanase Mai. When she touched a mysterious object, she fainted. The next morning, when she woke up from a nightmare, she was shocked to discover that her left eye is black with a red pupil and black energy flowing into her body. Just to find out what the cause was. This is those finger cracks. Do those finger cracks. Do those finger cracks. You hear this? That's Kaneki style. This is the next Rise though. Rise, I found your sister. A character from an anime that I like in crossover in Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, I've been like I enjoyed watching Tokyo Ghoul too, but yeah, it's good. It's really good, dude. And I don't know what happened to the Tokyo Ghoul series. It's kind of trash right now, but I really enjoyed the first and the second season of Tokyo Ghoul. But now let's just get over with it, and let's get over this one. I Like You summary. Yeah, you can't start without a summary. Kanami and Hiyori shared a quiet moment together in Hiyori's room. In the time Kanami and Hiyori had alone together between missions, Kanami felt an array of mixed emotions. She felt glad to be able to spend time with the girl. After all they had been through, she felt so attached to her that it made her heart ache. yeah. Okay, that's why I don't know why am I laughing, dude. That's just. But that was also part of the problem. When she spent too much time away from her, she missed her so badly that even all of her friends would notice. She knew it was a giant crush. She just didn't admit it out loud. Right now, the two girls were in Hiyori's room, enveloped in a comfortable silence. Though as comfortable as it was, Kanami felt like something was missing. She turned her head to look at Hiyori, who was sitting at her desk working on a report. Kanami, who was laying on the girl's bed, "Hey, Hiyori-chan." She hesitated but kept speaking. "Do you think it's weird for a girl to like another girl?" Hiyori stopped writing and turned to look at her. "Why do you ask?" "Just curious." She continued to stare for a moment before turning back away. "No, it's not weird." The brunette hummed again. The blush that she could see on the other girl's face as she turned away made her smile. Another short moment passed, and before Kanami could speak up again, it was Hiyori who broke up the silence. "I'm done," she said quietly. Putting down the pencil as she turned around in their chair, Kanami could pick up on her how awkward she felt. She tried to think of something to say, a bit guilty that she pulled Hiyori on the spot a moment ago. "I like girls." Kanami suddenly blurted with a look on her face that indicated she didn't mean to say that. The other girl looked at her wide-eyedly for a split second before averting her gaze and smiling just slightly. Hiyori filled her with her skirt, suddenly very interesting in the little frayed spot in the corner. "Where did that come from?" "I don't know. I just thought I would say that." Hiyori looked down. Her eyebrows forward and toy with her words for a minute before speaking. Well, I do too, so. Kanami just smiled brightly. I know, I told you were easy to read. The other girl sputtered and blushed as she looked back up indignantly. I am not. It was just a lucky guess. The brunette laughed before sitting up and holding her arms. Why my invitingly. Hiyori hesitantly moved closer, allowing herself to be wrapped in a gentle hug. This is too much! The two girls sat in silence for a moment on Hiyori's bed until the dark-haired girl spoke. If I'm so easy to read, do you know how I feel? Kanami just gripped her a little tighter, rubbing a hand across her back softly. I don't know, I need you to tell me. Hiyori let out an indignant chuckle with nervousness laced through it. I like you, Kanami. This is some Yuri shit. This is some Yuri shit going on. The brunette smiled and giggled, triumphantly hugging her even tighter. I like you too, Hiyori-chan. The two girls stayed in that position until they collapsed into the bed and drifted off. Well, this is a short story. It's a shame that it is short. Ooh. I don't know if this is some... This is some Yuri shit going on, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't know if there's another story that I'm gonna read. I'm gonna do some research for a while. Okay, now, just now I did some research. And then there's another one. Let's do one last story. I think I'm gonna do more of these, but I'm gonna focus on gaming for a while. Okay, because I do multiple things. Gaming, or such as reading articles. I do multiple. Anime, game, yeah. That's something like that. But let's just proceed to another one. Another story where the characters of the story is still the two of them. Nitai desu ne. Okay, this one is Dancing Along Blades by Lady Katana 4544. Yeah, let's go. For Ruby Lily. Okay, no, it's for Ruby. And then Vortex. She wakes up slowly and blinks as she leaves up her mind listening to the soft chatter around her. Groaning softly as aches makes themselves known. The chatter stops and an obscured face floats into view over her, eventually forming into the familiar face of Mai. She watches as Mai smiles at her before looking at something beyond her current field of vision and then looks back at her still smiling. Don't worry, Kanami. We're here and we've got both of you now. Just rest now. She wants to protest that she doesn't need to rest and should be moving instead. Feels a need to complain that she has been sleeping for too long already when there is work to be done. Just as she opens her mouth to say something of that effect to Mai, something hisses quietly against her neck and Kanami is out again. Kanami awakens later to the soft sounds of machines beeping merrily around her. She looks around to find the room empty of other people and sees the vase of flowers on the table by her hospital bed with a soft sigh. She smiles as her eyes close and she overtakes her mind anew. She steers slightly to the sound of a door opening slowly and watches as Hiyori stumbles into her room with an ivy trailing behind her. Kanami slow sits up in the bed as she sees Hiyori move further into the sick room. Her gaze locks onto Kanami. Hiyori makes a soft relief sound and rests on the edge of the mattress. Hiyori, you should be in your room. Someone will get concerned, Kanami says as she reaches out to torch Hiyori's wrist. I couldn't. You weren't there, Kanami. Hiyori responds quietly. I would rather be in here with you if that's okay. Yes, that's fine. Now lay down. Kanami answers immediately, her cheeks blushing. Kanami scoots over to the other side of the bed as Hiyori smiles slightly and lays down beside her after figuring out how not to tangle their IV lines. Letter I or letter V or IV? I don't know. Carefully wrapping an arm gently around Kanami's middle. Kanami gently puts her lips against Hiyori's hair and quietly before falling asleep again. When the door opens softly again, hours later, she opened her eyes just like to see Mai peer around the door at her bed. She watches a relieved expression surface on her friend's face, though Kanami thinks that she recognizes a hint of sadness in it as well. She doesn't know why her dear friend would be sad to see that she and Hiyori were sharing a bed too. Oh! This reminds me of episode 24. And episode 12 as well. They were holding hands. She doesn't know why her dear friend will be sad that she and Hiyori were sharing in the bed together. Mai sighs as she turns and the door closed behind her. Kanami lets eyes slip shut. Yeah. It takes a week for them to recover their energy adequately, and for the nurses to no longer be annoyed with Hiyori's habit of leaving her room to slip into Kanami's room. Kanami didn't mind it though. It was nice to have company around no matter who the other person was. She felt much less isolated whenever someone visited too. It made her room seem less dreary and empty. One night, they're sitting up in the darkness of the room quietly looking at the stars high in the sky before one of them breaks the stillness settled around them. The other shifts slightly to sit up and look at her companion as she speaks. There's more of them than before, yes. I set out to finish my mother's work, which I have done, but I don't know if I can continue being a Toji. Kanami reaches over to gently touch Hiyori's hand and smiles tenderly and the raven-haired girl when she looks over. You don't have to be a Toji if you don't want to, Hiyori. None of us will force you to be something that you don't want to be. No, not if your heart isn't truly in it, but I would miss you if you left. Aww. Hiyori smiles slightly back at her, gently puts her hand on the top of Kanami's. She squeezes gently. Thank you, Kanami. I would miss you too. Kanami smiles brightly and leans into her side. Hiyori's warmth chases away the coldness that had gripped her heart at the thought of no longer seeing Hiyori around as a fellow Toji. Kanami's waiting at headquarters for a new assignment, leaning against a wall when she spots both Mai and Hiyori coming down the hallway together. Concert tightens its grasp around her heart. Hiyori seems prepared for something while Mai looks worn. Kanami wonders if Mai's new duties are getting to her or if it only means something else is bothering her. But before she is able to make up her mind on who to speak with first, both girls spot her at the same time and move towards Kanami together. Hey, Hiyori, Mai, how are you two? Kanami asks brightly. Fine. Daijoubu desu ka? I'm alright. Thank you for asking, Kanami. Mai answered softly with a slight smile and looked pensive for a moment. Is there something that Hiyori and I can help you with, Mai? Kanami queried with a glance towards Hiyori. Not me personally, no, but I do have a mission that I'm going to assign you to as partners for. Mai replied softly, looking between them. With Hiyori at her side, once more Kanami listens attentively to the mission details, try not to focus too much on the heat of the body next to her and how much she wants to take the other girls aside someplace more Scheduled or secluded? Whenever who's writing this, whenever who's writing this, is this scheduled or secluded? Correct me if I'm wrong. Can I trust you to manage the mission? Yes, you can count on us to get it done. Hiyori responds to as Kanami forces herself to refocus on the troubles on hand. She nods quickly in agreement with my looks at her. Yeah. Good. I'm glad that I count on you both for this, Mai says softly. Now get going, you two. Later. In slow motion, Kanami watches as her mind replaces one of the Aradama that they've been sent to contain, tosses Hiyori into a stone wall, knocking the girl out completely. They're shouting in her ears as distantly Mai shouted new orders over the comments that she doesn't pay attention to. For backup Toji to send and find them to provide help. For her to grab Hiyori and get away from the Aradama if possible. She's screaming in her rage and fear as she charges the beast to get between them and Hiyori. Kanami swings her sword as one of the creatures shrieks gruntly in her ears while she's in between them and their prey. She doesn't remember other Toji teams finding them as she gathers an unconscious Hiyori into her arms and gently touches her lips against softly. Ah! Oh! If I hear those, I don't know why. I don't know why. And gently touches her lips against softly in dark mated blondie hair. Please don't leave me alone in this world. I love you, Hiyori! Woo! 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 Later, you know I love you too. This is too much. Kanami looks up from a report on Aradama sightings to meet Hiyori's style. Steely gazed and smiles gently. She takes one of Hiyori's hands and squeezes it gently, her heart feeling bright and light when the other girl gently tightens her grip in turn. I'm glad to hear that. Hiyori, do you think that the other Toji already think that we're together since we get partnered together so often by Mai? I overhear them whispering in the hallways sometimes, wondering when we'll come out as a couple so that they can collect on the betting pool. Hiyori sighs softly and watches her with a soft expression before gently tugging Kanami closer. Sounds like we should give them something to talk about it then, should we? Ooh, there's no electricity, but oh my gosh, I'm glad that to read these stories, dude. I'm glad. Kaneki cracks. I don't care if it's not hands. You can do it on the toe. Now I feel better. Calm down. This is too much. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm doing for another this or another of this soon, because I was busy on the Geometry Dash level. And yes, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on for you to be able to be notified when there's a new video. Sumimasen. Yes, as always, stay cheesy. This is cheesiness on the whole video. Arigatogozaimasu. Peace out. No, this is too much. This is too much. This is too much.